goodie, but we've made some changes, is our posting setup, which is underneath posting and posting. Now, I'm going to give out a fair warning. Don't go into posting setup lightly. It does control a lot of things. So I would be amiss if I did it to you blindly and said, just go on in there. I'm actually going to pick on purchase. I'm going to pick on sales, actually. And a side note, don't ever use all. Please always go into the specific transaction. It will save you some heartache. And I actually want to talk about our invoice entry. And you will notice some of the changes that happened in here is that we allow transaction posting. And if you say, what is transaction posting? That is a great question. And transaction posting is when we're in a window like transaction entry and we can post outside of a batch. Now, not everyone allows posting outside of a batch, but if you are, you might have noticed that when you post from outside of a batch, it sticks in your GL journal entry batches, and it comes in with something like PMTRX, RMTRX, RMCCHS, which are all the audit trail codes, and it stops at the GL waiting for another user to come in and manually post it. That's great if that is a step in your audit or maybe to give you some segregation of duty. However, if that step is driving you crazy, it allows you to now post through the general ledger file. So when you hit post now, it will go all the way through and it won't stop at the GL, which can be super handy. Now, don't ever touch, side note for a warning here, don't ever touch the post to general ledger. This is a setting that has been there for a long time, but this is what says create a journal entry or don't create a journal entry when I post an invoice, a payables transaction. Always, always leave this turned on. I say that nicely, but with some impact behind that one. Post through the general ledger files. This just means, do you want it to stop at the GL and have additional posting or not? Okay. Now, if we talk about inside of purchasing, one other part that has changed inside of here, you'll notice that you have the post through and post through general ledger for allowed transaction. But we still have, if you are looking for batch approvals, maybe not as in-depth as workflow, but a little something, we still have a required batch approval, which is an oldie, but a goodie, and it continues to work quite nicely, might I add. All right, so those are our posting setups. Be very careful when you're in there. Don't take it lightly, but it can be helpful. As well, if some of your posting reports are driving you crazy and you hit cancel 5 times and you're not looking to get carpal tunnel syndrome by hitting cancel so many times, you can turn them off inside this window. You will see if I change each one of these, I can turn these off or on or just have them ask or go straight to screen, depending if you want. Now, one thing I do want to mention is all of your posting reports are able to be reprinted inside of GP. So if you don't want to see them, you just want to pull them back up. If audit asks you or you need to go back to troubleshoot, you can. That is always an option inside of GP.
Thanks, Brittany and Scott, for that insightful overview. If you want to know more about the latest version of GP or how to optimize your existing Dynamics GP ERP, visit gpsupportnorth.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see the next episode. Well, we'll see you there.